the next big rage on the Converse campus is knitting. What a suitable thing for our closely threaded community. But this isn't all positive. As more people learn to knit, more people are learning to knit in class, and some students are finding this to be a distraction.
Meet Erica Sosa, one of Converse's first in-class knitters.
I've been knitting in class for about 2 or 3 years.
Erica learned the craft while she was a sophomore in high school, and then took up knitting in class. She then put it aside after graduation, deciding last year to once again knit in class. Now with more people joining her, there seems to be a greater number of people finding it to be a classroom distraction, something Erica has never encountered.
No, I've never had anybody tell me that.
I decided that in order to find out the true distraction power of knitting in class, I'd have to try it for myself and gauge student reaction. So I took my needles and a budding scarf to my Spanish 201 class and brought back some pretty interesting scientific evidence.
In my class of 15, 13 people plus the professor noticed that I was knitting behind the table. 4 people found it to be a distraction to them, and 3 wanted me to stop. I noticed people were watching me the entire time, even beyond the number that claimed it was a distraction. The most notable were Aaron and Meredith.
So how did you two feel about me knitting in class?
We thought it was kind of weird. Distracted.
So y'all were like super distracted by this?
Yeah, like they kept watching you.
Why were you watching me? Because you were just trying to figure out how to do it, or you were just like,
What the heck you were doing? We couldn't figure out what you were doing, like why you would pull that out in class.
and so if I did this on a daily basis in here, would you ask me to stop?
Probably. No. I have ADD really bad. Like I can't focus because I'm like trying to watch what you're doing.
My professor, even though the knitting did not bother her, would be more than willing to address the concerns of students like Aaron.
I would let you, but if another student says, this is distracting me, I would probably have to ask you to not do it.
Other faculty, like Dr. Laura Brown, wouldn't ask a student to stop because of everyone's unique learning styles.
I think I might ask if the person who's knitting could move to a different place. But
So you wouldn't ask them to completely stop?
No. I wouldn't.
Another member of the Converse faculty, Professor Charles Morgan, disagrees with Dr. Brown.
Yeah, I know different people learn in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a visual learner. My wife is an auditory learner. But I would think knitting would distract the student who's knitting from the process of learning, of paying attention. Some students actually still take notes. But to do that, you need a hand holding a writing instrument. You can't knit with one hand as far as I know.
In Erica's case, she only knits in discussion-based classes, where taking notes isn't necessary. To her, it's never a distraction.
Because I need something to do with my hands. So I'd rather just do something productive rather than doodle all over a piece of paper.
Ultimately, if you do decide to knit in class, Dr. Brown offered the best advice.
You should ask instructors if you think it's going to be a problem, but I've never found it to be a problem.
So remember, every little thing you decide to do in class can be a distraction to others. From knitting to playing with your hair, Connie's definitely need to take a second look at what they do in class. This is Brandy Blanton reporting from The Conversationalist. Thank you and goodbye.